Ah, right. That'll be better. Oh, stupid. Stupid red app. Why are you doing this? Why are you always doing this is really the question. Um, boom, boom, boom. Cool. Boom. So do a little window placement. We shall be good. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. There we go. There we go. Bam. Oop, go away. And one more. Oh, get off of here. Bam. Oh no, what are you doing? Why are we doing it this way? I don't understand. Yeah. What? Alright, cool. I mean, not, but okay. There we are. Bam. No. No. Why are we doing it this way? That is a good question. Why are you being difficult? Well, chat, I'm really sorry. The stupid software is being, frankly, ridiculous. Why are you like this software? Okay. There we go. Alright, we good now. Alright, just gotta make sure everything is perfect before we jump in, because once we start the shiny hunt, I'm not gonna have a huge amount of time to just fart around. We need to get Swords of Justice tonight. Uh-oh. Any particular reason we're doing it this way? The answer is no. So I don't know why we're doing it this way, but we're doing it this way. Well, okay then, I suppose. What choice do we have in this at this point? Bam. Cool. Sort of. Sort of, but not really. There we go. Still going for collaboration? Oh. Yeah, I did literally 2 hours the other night. And he didn't show up. And man, I'm really hoping tonight's the night. It has been a ridiculous shiny hunt. Like it feels like we're hunting at full odds without the charm. You know what I mean? Going for Latios, currently like 600 resets. Good grief. I honestly lost count how many resets we've done here. That's how bad it's been. Yoko, how you doing, man? Yeah, the unfortunate reality is I haven't had any time to do any off-stream because I'm sure people are sick of seeing me hunt the same Pokemon over and over and over again. But because of the other project, I have not the IRL stuff. Hey, Bob, what it is, man? Had to change the belt on the band was a big pain. Yup. That ain't too bad, though. Shoot, the alternator in my wife's car took me all afternoon. It took me 5 hours. It was a pain, man. Wait, no, what we need to do, hold up. After I sneeze. Yoko, you need to remind me, man. I need to do I need to make you a new alert. I can't do your alert on Pokemon streams. And it makes me sad. There you go, Bob. Yeah, we'll do that. I need to find so I have that thing I've been supposed to send you since like October, and I need to get those in the mail. So like we'll do that this week. We'll do that sometime this week. Probably Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna guess, will be convenient for that. I'm trying to catch up on some content throughout the week. I've honestly just been kind of having a lazy week because of how crazy. Wait, what? Fell asleep? So legit, I won't lie. I took a nap earlier. I have been so incredibly tired. I took a nap and then like I woke up like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, Yoko, we'll take care of it, but I also need to get that other thing in the mail. Is just the honest answer. No. But legit, I have that other thing I've been meaning to do, and I need to get off my duff and do it. Is the answer. Bob, you down for more of that tomorrow night? You do some bug extermination tomorrow night? I still haven't fixed my controller, so I really don't feel like I can jump back into Hollow Knight at this point. There is another game that that John just sent me, and so I might jump into that on Sunday, but I've got to see. All right. I think Yoko and John have their own plans, but we'll hit the others up. Yoko, I don't remember the name of the game. I'll be completely honest with you. But I think so, yeah. I believe so. Yeah. What? Bob, what are you talking about? I am so confused. All right, sorry guys. Give me one quick second here. I've had to kick on the heater again, and you know how this heater do it. Just like apparently I'm allergic to my own heater. But give me a sec, guys. YouTube video got hit for something. What did it get? It should tell you what it got hit for. Oh, I see what you're saying, Bob. Yeah, it's hilariously the calorie count is your timer, and it's not me who's burning the calories. It's Hoopa. Sorry, guys. Nah, my kids don't play Roblox. We have a Roblox account, but I'll be honest with you, like both my kids are like super unorthodox when it comes to that kind of stuff. They they each have the different games that they're completely obsessed with. It's really funny. All right. Here we go. All right, let's jump back in here. Give this another shot. Nintendo said so. Wait, what? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. On that channel, I really don't care. They can hit me with whatever they hit me for. It really doesn't matter. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that channel because, well, right now the big thing is I got to finish the content that I had set aside to do for Danmachi that I've never done. But I kind of assume that really with that channel I've got about another year of content that I can get out of Danmachi. Maybe like milk it until the 6th season comes out or something, but after that I really don't know. Bob, no. No. We have a sponsor anyway. Actually, I need to talk to them because I have a guy that wants to work with me and do a He wants to make me a custom coffee brew. But I was like, I don't know how that's going to work because I do have a sponsor and all that. And, yeah, so, like, I don't know how that even work. Now, in fairness, I had talked to them a little bit about to hit you for the audio. Oh. I'm not super worried about it. Hot water plus beans. Heck yeah. It's good stuff, man. I am finishing up a cup of that right now. I actually got a bunch of different types of coffee for the old Christmas. Everybody got me different types of coffee, so I've been sipping on that because currently with Root they're all back ordered. We sold all their coffee during Black Friday, and they haven't had a chance to restock. Like everything that they get in, they've had to use for their for the medicine. Yoko, are you suggesting I should try Kope Luwak? Because legitimately, I would. I'm honestly intrigued. Bob, please tell me you know about that, right? Legit. You do know about Kope Luwak, right? Yes. It's really expensive stuff. I actually looked at getting some just for S's and G's one time. And it's like, you could buy a... because they do make a budget, quote-unquote, version now. Where you can get, like, a few ounces, enough basically to, like, brew a very small batch. And... it's like $30. It's like it's expensive, but it's not like as expensive as the stuff that where the guys go out and they pick it out of the cat turds in the wild. This stuff is somehow they've like domesticated the cats and they have them like I don't know, basically in a puppy mill for people that like cat poop. It's weird. Nope. No one can domesticate a cat. You're not wrong. That's like, anime is all wrong, man. All these, like, weeaboos, all of them want, like, the cat girls. You don't realize how, like, moody a cat girl would be. Like, she's gonna be all loyal and like... wonderful for like 5 minutes and then turn around and scratch your eyes out and like, you know, crap on your best towel. Be like, girl, what's wrong with you? Oh yeah, you're a cat. Weeaboos, man. Exactly, Bob. But no, legit, there is a coffee out there where the beans, well, the actual fruit, is ingested by these wild cats, and because the bean doesn't digest, the actual because the bean is technically the seed of the fruit, the seeds don't digest, and so these people have gone out and picked the seeds out of the cat poop. And you can then grind it up and make coffee with it. And supposedly it's really good. Wouldn't know, never tried it, but I do plan to at some point. Look, I cannot call myself a coffee fan if I'm not willing to try cat poop coffee. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, how you doing tonight? We were just discussing cat poop coffee. Of course not. I'm not even joking. I have completely lost track of how many resets. I could probably estimate how many resets we've done, but this is just ridiculous. Sounds interesting. It's a real thing. What was the movie? There was a movie with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Yes, Bob. Very soul crushing. Red State, wrong movie. Bucket List, that was the movie. It was the Bucket List. Master Blaster, what it is, man? No, he's not dark enough. Hey, Broken, what it is? How you doing tonight? Mass Blaster, between when I do the reset, we'll do what you call it? Spectre's Alert. Currently racking my head for which Shalfa I want to hunt for. Finish my Shalfa team. Go for it, man. Good luck. I missed the overflow trick, but I will say Shalfa hunting? My merch page is broken? Oh, they've changed so many things. They actually do some the sleeve embroidery or printing and stuff like that I've been begging for years for them to do. They make all that stuff now. So I need to go through and make like a new set of merch, but that's very low on the priority list because I haven't had merch sell in like 2+ years. Honestly, what I really want to do more than anything else is I want to get my game mat made. If I can get the game mat made, I will be ecstatic. But I got to commission the artwork and all that. And I don't know if I told y'all, I'm having a set of clogs made for the concert in April. Empty. Oh, Shalfa hunting takes so much of your time away from... I don't know about that. Honestly, I'll be real. If you can just get an alpha sandwich or alpha donut, and go into one of the lower level, like 1 or 2 star raids or 1 or 2 star hyperspaces, I find that I get like even with a level 2 alpha sandwich, I find I get a Shalfa pretty quickly. Croc, what it is, man? Oh, speaking of Croc, I said I would do Spectre and. And then, of course, we gotta hit up Spectres.
I'm pregnant. You're the father. The baby is spiders. Thousands of spiders.
What boss have you beaten in Hollow Knight? I don't remember. I beat a bunch of them. I'm on. So last I left off with the Coliseum of Fools. I was doing the second run of the Coliseum of Fools, but I broke my controller. And I don't know if you're here for the whole story, but well, I say I broke it. Hold on. I use a Razor Orb Weaver, and something fell off of it. Oh, one of the pads fell off. Whatever. The switches for the keypad, the keys. Well, one of the keys is flat out missing, but the switches have started going bad in some of the keys that I use more often than not. So I ordered some replacement switches, but when I got them, I ordered clicky switches, and they gave me tactile switches. And the company was like, we can't send you the right switches because we can't replace switches for being, what did they say? Oh, for aesthetic reasons. And I was like, you advertise the switch as being clicky, and it's tactile, which is like the primary function of your switch. Well, okay, the primary function of the switch is to function. But like, yeah, like, don't sit here and advertise the switch as clicky and then sell me a tactile switch. You're already, like, you already know you're selling to, like, heavily autistic people. Come on. We want that specific keyboard action that scratches that itch. You know what I mean? If it isn't clicky, you might as well try. Exactly! It's good now. I had to evacuate yesterday due to... Oh, wow. Wait, what? Oh, my God, Croc. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Jeez. I'm glad... Didn't you have a tornado last week, too? Man, I hope everything's all right. Shoot, man. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Tilted? It wasn't... I mean, I did get tilted at one point, but I got tilted because my thing, my controller was acting a fool. Yeah, dude, we're like less than 2 weeks into the year. You're already having a hell of a year, man. Granted, we're all having a hell of a year, but you're having a hell of a year, my dude. Listen, I'm gonna need you to just like chill. Like, I don't know if you walked under a ladder while breaking a mirror, but just like, you know. Could you not? Tornado was in the F2? That could be worse. Granted, I've lost respect for the EF ratings, man. They need to fix the ratings again. Because I get wind speed wasn't always like the greatest, like, the greatest sign of a tornado's strength. But, man, when you've got things like the El Reno tornado that are like an EF3, you're like, no, come on. Like, at some point, you have to use a certain amount of common sense to go. It was the biggest and fastest rotating storm. Like, so powerful it took out seasoned storm chasers. Come on. Something's up there. The basement walls may have water damage from the flood. Oof, man. That is crazy. I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. Yeah, measured wind speed of 356. For El Reno? Maybe in kilometers. I think it was like 200. Oh, El Reno's path? Yeah, but El Reno's path was weird. Still, that's terrifying, dude. I say El Reno like is the storm name, not the city name, but still. Yeah. 256. That sounds about right. Crazy. Dude, that thing was nuts. Like, I watched the whole Tuscaloosa one live on TV back when that happened. That thing was crazy enough, but man, El Reno was on a whole different level. Well, all I say is at least they admitted the one that that was near you was a tornado. Out here, because of insurance and all that crap, uh, they cannot and will not admit that something was a tornado unless A, it was like confirmed, like somebody got video or pictures of it, or B, it doesn't hit anything like predominantly structural. Like the one that came through my neighborhood, they were like, nah, it was straight line winds. We're like, dude, did you see the damage? Did you pay attention? Like, yeah, straight line winds could do that. Like, no. No, that's not how that works. It totally is. Totally is. Straight line winds are notorious for picking up and lobbing trees. By the root, by the way. Like, fine. Thankfully, the tree missed our house by, like, literal inches. So, you know, really have no legitimate complaint, but still, it's irritating. Still no shiny? Nope. Still no shiny. We're working on it, though. Not for lack of trying. Just for lack of luck. Circles are straight lines bent. Yes. Yes. Yeah, well, we've had tech that can accurately detect wind speeds. The problem is wind speed isn't always a good indication of how strong it is. I mean, it's arguably better than, like, structure damage. Because if these things don't hit structures, then they're just, it's an EF0. Like, dude, the thing was, like, 3 miles wide and was spinning at, like, 250 miles an hour. Yeah, but it didn't hit any buildings, so, you know. Took out some cornfields. EF0. Like, no! You can't just say that. Looking to trade for Shalfa Delphox. I actually don't have a Shalfa Delphox. Or... No. No. They're just regular shinies. Yeah, that's one that I've been looking for as well, man. Good luck on your hunt, though. I too would like the Shalfa. Honestly, and I was saying it earlier, my best recommendation is to find a hyperspace that has find a hyperspace that's Fennekin that's like a lower level one, like a level 1 or 2 star. Make a 5-star sandwich with like at least level 2, if not level 3 alpha power, and then just do a ton of resets. I tend to, I don't know, maybe it's just me, and I think I've proven lately that my shiny luck is nothing to be touted. But most of the time, I'll get 2, 3, or 4 even shinies from one of those low-level hyperspaces. Heck, we did one last week where I think we got like 8 or 9 different shinies and a couple of Shalfas. It was wild. I don't do the shiny donuts. I only do alphas, just because shinies are just that prevalent for the most part. I say is this dude will not drop shiny. I wonder if I'm running away far enough. Should be, though. Maybe. So we did, what, I think a total of 4 hours just chasing the sucker last week. So if we don't get him tonight, that is going to be a wild, wild amount of resetting. So let's see. Let's count this down here. So not including running up. I'm just going to stop right here and go. All right. So 3145. So it's about 15 seconds per run. Oh my God. That is bad. Yeah. Hey, points. What it is, man? How was my day? My day was extremely chill. I've been taking it kind of easy this week. Thanks for asking. How was your day, Mike? Actually, if Beerus isn't here tonight, but we'll talk about it tomorrow night. On Beerus' recommendation, I have been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I will say, I do still get annoyed whenever they do like the really bad like Amera manga like reactions. Like I get anime did some of that stuff in like the 90s and even in, it was really a 90s anime thing where people did like the over animated reactions and whatnot. I mean, I get it, but it was definitely a trope of the time. And it is most certainly not indicative of, like, all anime. But, my God, shows like that and, like, God, Teen Titans Go is horrible about it. There's a few shows out there that really took that and, like, ran with it like it was a thing. It annoys me. But I will say, so far, the story's really good. It's like when it starts to get a little dry and a little like, kiddie drama-ish, they know how to like throw in some action. It almost becomes too much because at least with like anime, every once in a while you'll get like, you'll get like a cooldown episode or two. There's no real cooldown episodes here. It's always on, which is, I mean, it's okay. It's like if I have a criticism, it's that. But I've been watching a couple episodes in the morning when I eat my breakfast, and I've been enjoying it overall. It's a solid like 3.5 out of 5 for me. I'd make a reference, but no one would get it. I give it 3 Mark Ruffalos. Actually, my TikTok people will get that. Well, some might. Depends on if you like are on that side of TikTok where you're like, I'm getting all the weird stuff. Like, yes. Yes, if you were on Weird Talk, you're getting that. I am definitely on Weird Talk. When I first got my espresso machine, there was a guy I was watching that was making like weird stuff in this espresso, and I started like trying to do weird stuff in my espresso machine. I was like, I'm gonna break my espresso machine doing this. Let's not. I'm not in the creator fund. I cannot afford to replace an espresso machine if it breaks. Turns out those damn things are expensive. Bob, I 1,000% would. Yes. That was actually my plan. So, I got a Belgian siphon for Christmas. So of all the ways to make coffee, I have a drip machine, but I haven't used that drip machine in like 5 years. Just because I have the TARDIS French press, my wife got me a few years ago. Love that thing. I haven't used that in a little bit. I need to pull it out and use it again. I've got a couple different pour overs. I've got an AeroPress. The espresso machine. I've got 2 espresso machines. And the siphon. And I think I'm missing something. I'm missing a couple, but yeah. And then just today I found out that you can get a pot to go on your stove that will let you do like traditional Turkish coffee with the sand and everything. Instead of like, well, now I got to get one of those. I have 2. Yes, I have 2. Have I not told the story? So my wife got me an espresso machine 2 years ago for Christmas. And last year, right before Christmas, hey, appreciate the follow, Ming. Appreciate the follow. Last year, right before Christmas, the steamer wand broke. Hey, John, what it is, man? How you doing tonight? How was my day? My day was no. Bob, insult a coffee drinker's honor. No. So she bought me this really decent espresso machine, and like I love the thing. I use it all the time, and I mean I like espresso, number one. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow, and we will probably wind up doing Bug Killer. But yeah, so the steamer wand on it broke, and I was still within warranty, and so the company was like, "All right, cool, well, we'll send you a replacement machine." And I was like, "Okay, well, what do you want me to do with the old one?" They're like, "Toss it." I'm like, "It's just the steamer wand," and they're like, "Yep, but it's more expensive to have you ship back the old machine than it is." You know, because you'd have to ship it at your expense and whatever. They're like, just toss it out. And I was like, well, that's kind of a waste. So it's the same espresso machine, but I put a different steamer wand on it. I've replaced the steamer wand, and I've upgraded the basket, and I'm doing a couple other upgrades to it. But, I mean, so I've got 2 espresso machines, one upstairs, one downstairs, because, you know, nothing screams I have no problems in my life like owning 2 espresso machines. Oh, hold up. I need to upgrade this. I found a couple different things that I was going to do for this, but...
Do you folks like coffee?
Need to like see if I can like AI that and get it to say from the hills of Guatemala. We'll make that our ad for Rom Roast. Oh yeah, Bob, 1,000% it is. But I'm like I'm fairly handy, right? This is shiny Riolu. Not what I'm after, though. I mean, let's be real here. Like, they send you a free unit. Are you gonna throw out the old one, or it's just a steamer wand? I can order a new steamer wand on Amazon. It's not that big of a deal to take it apart. I'm just gonna put. Shut up, Bob. I'm just gonna put a new steamer wand on it. Oh my God! Speaking of being good with my hands, pause. Bob, I told you I'd tell you the story about on Saturday and Sunday. So, my kid's in the Cub Scouts where my son is, and every year they do this thing called the Pinewood Derby, where you take a literal block of wood and you have to carve it into a car, and then you race them. And they just go down a little hill, and then it's just whoever crosses the finish line first wins. And I love doing this. When I was his age, I was in the Cub Scouts, and I absolutely loved it. It was just phenomenal. Wait, Kiram here? Where's Kiram at? I didn't see Kiram. Anyway, but my dad was really, really tragically crap at making the cars. And so I'd always be like, Dad, I want this. Like the year that oh God, I'm going to date the crap out of myself. Age reveal here. The year that Batman came out, the Michael Keaton Batman movie came out, I and every other kid in history was like, oh, I want a Batmobile. And so my dad made the most funky, half-assed, like, just awful Batmobile. Like, it was like, did you even try? And I remember, like, when I saw it, I was like, okay, thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. And then there was another kid there whose dad, like, went all out and made this. We did Spectre's Alert a few minutes ago. I'll do it again here in a little bit, but I don't want to do it, like, 1,000 times back to back. So there's another kid there. His dad went all out and made, like, this beautiful looking version of it, and it looked good, and of course it won all the awards for like looking awesome, and it was quick, and like it ticked every box. And I remember at that point like looking at mine and looking at his and going, oh God. But also, like, in hindsight, my dad always did mine like the night before. Yeah, Mary's from Yoko's stream. Mary's a visitor from Yoko's side of the forest. Appreciate you hanging out with us too. Yeah. So I was just like, when I was like very young, I vowed that okay, when I have kids, like if they want to get into this kind of stuff, I'm gonna go all out. And so the very first year we did it, I made this really cool, like, I mean, I won't say it was photorealistic, but I mean, we went all out. We made a Formula One car that it looked really good. And I crafted it all by hand. Like, I actually had, like, I went out and bought, like, a new chisel set and all this good stuff. And when I was finished streaming every night, I'd go into my my workshop, and I would work on it for several hours. And that year, not only was the car, like, really good looking, but I did everything right. I put, you know, I got the weight on it perfect. Everything was right where it needed to be. It was the right shape. It was the right weight. It was, you know, among like 100 kids, it was the second fastest car. And that's impressive because one of the kids' dads was an engineer at the time. So, like, his car was number 1, mine was number 2. That was a huge pat on the back. That was like, okay, we're doing something right here, you know? So, that was a lot of fun. So, last year, and this is going to come as a complete shock, but some way, somehow, from, you know, a mom who's an accountant and watches anime and a dad who's video game nerd who streams until wee hours in the morning, somehow my child has become slightly autistic. And so he's got this obsession with trains because every autistic kid does. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. We can do a train, but we got to do something fast, right? So I was showing him, like, the Japanese Shinkansens, the bullet trains over there. Exactly. Exactly, Bob. At least Yoko gets shinies. I have like 62 packs of Twilight Masquerade on my desk, and I will throw one at you right now. How dare. How dare. Yoko looking for exactly just that moment. But yeah, so I was showing him the bullet trains, so I was like, we need to do that. And he's like, that'd be really cool, Dad. And so we last year we sat down and we planned it all out, and I went all out. I went all out. I found a way to, like, basically because, like, there's rules about, like, how wide they have to be and how big they have to be, and they have to be able to run on the track and all this stuff. And we made this, like, we made, like, these side skirts for it and all this cowling, and I'm like, it looked really good. Now, since then, I've had people look at it and go, is that a shoe? And I'm like, no, it's this. So to us, it looked really good. But I mean, you know, we're also wildly autistic and we're super into those types of trains. In fact, when I go to Japan, we are going to spend a significant amount of time riding the bullet trains. But, yeah, like, we really loved it. And then for both the first 2 cars, I went and there's a company a few towns over that do water slides. Trying to help me evolve my shiny Slowbro. I can't right now. I'm really sorry, man. Really, really sorry. I'm in the middle of this shiny hunt, and until I get the shiny, I can't leave. I can't do any trades. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, like, we got the decals. We did everything. We went all out. Are you allowed on planes? Yes. Yes. So, hey, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Trust me, if I wasn't in the middle of this, I would 1,000% help you out. Yeah. So, and I mean, it wasn't fast. His car last year it looked good. It looked really, really cool. The problem that I had last year was I measured, and this was just me learning, because I'd measured all the materials that we had, and I was like, cool, well, you start off with, like, this block of wood, and I'd literally built it up, so, like, there was, like, that much extra wood on the sides to cover the wheels, and it was, like, this tall, so I'd added all this other wood to it, but it was all balsa wood, so it was really, really light. And I was like, okay, well, we're at like 9 ounces, but we have to be at 5, and this brick alone is 5. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, if I just cut this brick out and then leave like all the balsa wood and then just leave the axles, I should be good. Problem is, I want to emphasize again, I'm doing this with hand tools. So I've got a chisel, and with a chisel, you're carving away pieces of the wood. But as I'm carving, I didn't realize I'm putting pressure on it. I'm compacting the wood. So I literally sat there and, like, tried to cut away all that wood, and I could never get it low enough. So when we went to go weigh in last year, I'm sitting still at like 5-6 ounces. Or not 5-6, like 6 or 7 ounces, and I can't get enough out. I had to stay up last year. I had to stay up all night long with our car, and I'm carving it out all night. And I literally had to carve it out until it was a 1/4 inch like skin around 2 really skinny little pieces to hold the wheels on, and it was misery. And I was mortified, but my kid loved it. He had so much fun. Yes, I realize what I said. Whatever. Fight me. I mean, but it was like 6 to 7 ounces, something like that. And I couldn't get the final ounce out. So I sat there for like literally an entire night with a chisel, with hand tools, and would just like dig at this sucker and then go measure it and then do some more work and then go measure it. And it never worked out. It was so miserable. And finally, like the morning of the race. No! The morning of the race. I got it like right there. And it was so close that like I would hold it and the weight of my fingerprints would put it just over the weight ratio. So that's be at 5 ounces, and it would be at 5 when I'd measure it. I would take it over to the other guy to measure it, and it would go literally on his scale. Would go from 5 to 5.1. Just the weight of my fingerprints or the dust settling out. I mean, it was that damn close. So we did finally get it, and then my kid got to race. He had a lot of fun, and it was competitive. It was like, like I'd say usually like, top 3 finishing, really, really good. And so this year, I was like, all right, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, we've done the race car, we've done a train, and he's like, I want to do a tractor, and I'm like, a tractor? That's weird. Literally never heard of that before. Well, cool. So we sat down, and we literally spent a couple of months researching this and trying to figure out what he wanted to do. And he hit me. Okay, so me being a big car guy, he hit me with, Dad, I wanted to be a Lamborghini tractor. Now, if you don't know, Lamborghini was making tractors before they were making automobiles. Big car guy here. And it's like one of my favorite stories of all time. No, I want the shiny luck. This is like literally the greatest story like ever told. Because Ferruccio Lamborghini at the end of World War II went around Italy and just picked up a bunch of like old tanks and half tracks. And he turned all these old like World War II busted, broken down vehicles into tractors. And to help rebuild Italy in the post-war era, he was just like, cool, well, we're just going to make some tractors. And he sold them on the cheap, and he helped rebuild Italy. And so, we're talking the late 1940s. By the mid-1950s, he had made enough money to, like, build his own factories and make his own parts and all this stuff. So he had within probably 5 years, he had his own factory. He had all this other stuff. He was manufacturing his own stuff. And so, like, by the late 1950s, less than 10 years after starting, he had made enough money. He was like, fine, I have been successful. I'm buying a Ferrari. I mean, because it's Italy. Like, what are you going to buy? So I'm going to buy a Ferrari. Awesome. So he buys his Ferrari, and he drives around for a while, and he's like, man, this car is good, but the clutch is terrible. And so he literally goes to Enzo Ferrari, of course, like, one post-war business tycoon to another. And he's like, listen, he's like, I love my car, but I hate the clutch. I make a clutch in my factory for my tractors that would be like a direct fit for your car, and it would be awesome. And we can make the best cars in the world. And Enzo Ferrari looks him dead in the eye and goes, if you think you can make a better car, Do it. Until then, get out of my face. And so Lamborghini goes, well, bet. And so he takes all the money that he made from making tractors and builds a factory to make cars. And goes to within 12 months goes to I think it was Geneva or one of those, and he's just like, bam, Lamborghini cars. So I love this story. It's just a great story. So when my oldest was like, hey, I want to make a Lamborghini tractor for the race, I was like, bet. Absolutely bet. We're going to do this. We are going to go all out. So I basically looked up a bunch of different methods to manufacture the parts we need to manufacture for this. I made a bunch of pieces of it, literally from old scrap pieces of wood I had laying around the house. And we made this really cool looking tractor. And when I say I want to emphasize, you have to start with this block of wood. But we didn't start with this block of wood. We made the big chunky wheels for the tractor out of pieces of wood that were laying around the house. And then I got the piece of wood and I carved this. I actually set it on its side and carved it into the tractor body, and then we had the wheels off to the side. But then you've got to get it down to weight, so I'd found ways to reduce the weight and all this stuff, and I was so excited. It looked team everything. Really? First of all, rude. First of all, super rude. Well, the only streamer who most streamers have cheerleaders. I have I don't know. What's the opposite of cheer? I don't know. Uncheer leaders. I don't know. I can't think of an antonym for cheer. Anyway, so I said to make a long story short 20 minutes ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We manufactured this beautiful looking tractor. It looked awesome. I was really proud of it. We painted it up. The first sign that things weren't going to go right, I ordered, remember I told you guys we made decals. I have a netball and I know how to use it. Actually, best part is I have a snom in my netball. I love him. He's so wonderful. Brain. You never know why my kids contracted autism. They say it's genetic. I have a heavy bone. Call me fat. Jesus. Facts, but still. Rude. I was so excited. I was really, really proud of it, but we ordered the stickers, the water slides for it. I paid a decent amount of money to get these things done up, and they never arrived. In fact, they still haven't arrived. I got to figure out what's going on with them. So we didn't get the stickers like we normally do. And then Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, we have basically a qualifying session where you come in, you got to weigh your car in, you got to do all this other stuff, and just make sure it passes a general inspection. And I get in there, or no, I'm putting the wheels on Saturday morning because the way I do the wheels for these things, I go all out. I spend 45 minutes per wheel prepping everything. It's just, I won't go into the details, but I'll just say there's a lot of work I do to get these things going fast. And yeah, so I get the first two wheels done, and I'm mounting them on the body, and then the whole front of the car collapses. And we're talking 2 hours out of qualifying. And I was devastated. Or actually, it doesn't collapse. What happens is like where the screw, where the nail goes in to fix the wheels to the body, the wood just splits. It bursts. And it wasn't like it burst when I was putting the nail in. I got the nail in. Everything was fine. I set it on the ground to tune the steering, which sounds like a weird thing to do, but just trust me, it's a thing. And I push it, and the wood just explodes, like just fractures. And I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? So I cut a new piece of wood, glued it on, and then the whole front end just caved in. And that's what I figured out. Like, whatever piece of wood I had used for this was just not good, or it was too soft or something. I don't know. So we're 2 hours out of deadline, and I've got to come up with a solution. So I try a couple different things, and nothing works. And finally, like, the only thing that I could do was I had 2, like, dowel pins, which are, like, those things that you put, like, IKEA furniture together with, like, those hard pieces of wood that are, like, round. And I drilled them out and cut them to shape. But then the wheels were just all over. They weren't straight. They were all over the place. I didn't have time to, like, fix it. And they were just super glued onto place. And because of that, it was way overweight. And they look at me and they're like, okay. They're like, it's not going to pass. And I was just like, okay, fine. What am I going to do, right? So I stayed there, and we messed with it until like 7, 8 o'clock that night. And finally they're like, look. Oh, there's a shiny Riolu again. You know what? Bet. That's not what I wanted to do. I might catch a shiny Riolu and then... Oh my god, first try with it. Hey, there we go. Maybe we'll get some shiny look over here. Yeah, so we're there till like 7 or 8 o'clock that night, monkeying with the stupid thing. And it just wasn't going to work. And they look at me and they're like, look, we get you want to do this, blah, blah, blah. Just take it home, work on it. If you can get it fixed, we'll let the kid. We'll let it slide. And I was like, fine. That's all I can do. So that's why I didn't stream Saturday night, because I spent all of Saturday night basically rebuilding the car. Months of work, and I had to do it overnight. I was just devastated. So there you go, Bob. That's the long story as to why I did not stream Saturday night. But the good news is, because of that, we got there Sunday. My kids got to run their cars, and they had a good time. And even my daughter got to run a car. It was really, really fun. So, it worked out. The downside was, and the reason I find all this funny, is normally I spend all this time making sure the cars are really fast. But because of the time constraints, I couldn't do that this year. So, like, I was laughing because my son's tractor was running like a tractor. It was just so unbelievably slow. And my daughter's car, which I just basically slapped together, it was a demonstration piece. In fact, the really funny part is it was only on 3 wheels. There was no 4th wheel, so, like, if one little thing had gone wrong, the thing would have gone flying off the track. It was a rocket ship. That thing was just absolutely screaming. But my poor son's tractor was just the slowest thing out there. I was so devastated. I was so sad. I'm like, the one who got into all this and wanted to do it and was so excited. And but he had a big smile on his face. He was just enjoying running the car and having fun with it. But I'm just like, we need to do better next year. Like, so we're already planning our car out for next year. Okay, so the rule is you're supposed to use this block of wood they give you to make your car. But because 3D printing is so prevalent, what a lot of people do now is they'll just download a 3D printed car offline and then cut what they need and then glue it to the wood. So I said, bet. We could do one better. So y'all know I used to work with, well, some of you guys may or may not know. I used to work with carbon fiber. I got a buddy who's got a water jet that can cut carbon fiber. So I'm making some carbon fiber plates, and we're gonna make a carbon fiber car and test it out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue like one like little sliver of wood off of this onto the car and claim that it's a let's see if they'll let it slide. Wait, oh no! Because I caught that Riolu, son of a diddly. Oh man. Man, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. I was over here telling a long-winded story. When will I know? Well, the next race is next year. So, yeah. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to find one of the... I'm trying to buy a test track. So I'm looking for one of the Cub Scout groups that has a one of their old tracks that they're like trying to sell off. So I could buy that and use that as a test track. But I'm specifically looking for the kind of track that we use because it's like a pre-made like store-bought track. It's like made out of aluminum and they have all this other stuff on it. So, no. So I want to get a test track and we're going to test a few designs out and he and I are each going to make like several different designs. And try them out. But literally I was looking it up online and some of the fastest cars out there have like the most minimal designs. So yeah, literally like I said, we're going to just water jet some pieces of carbon fiber, glue them together, well, epoxy them together, and then test it out. Now, I got to see if it is fast, which it should be in theory. B, if it is, then we'll know next year whether they let it slide or not. But nah, he and I are each going to come up with several different designs, and we're going to execute them this year. And number one, that ensures that we don't have any last minute like FUBARs. William, I haven't decided yet. I don't have any real obligations in the morning, so I can go for a while. And it's not as cold as I thought it was going to be, so, like, I'm not getting frozen out tonight. So I got a little bit in me still. I didn't even see whether or not he was shiny, but if he's shiny now, he should still be shiny when we come back around. I mean, the honest argument for me is going to be like, will they let it slide? If they're going to let the 3D printed one slide, they darn well better let ours slide. Speaking of which, it's actually toasty. Literally disrobe. My heater's doing its job. It's supposed to get down to the teens tonight, but that usually means that my basement is ridiculously cold. But right now, it's quite comfy. Yeah, so the I've been looking it up, and some of the best times. So over a 40-foot track, which the track our group uses is a 42-foot track, which is kind of standard, honestly. This company that makes them is really known for making them and all that. The best times that I've seen in our group are 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds. They said that it's like a really, really, really good car can get to 3.0 seconds. And it is not unheard of to get into like the 2.9s. But you know, that's kind of like the upper limit. Like the conditions have to be just right to get to 2.9. So my goal is to get into at least the 3.0s. If not, you know, if we can't break the 3-second barrier. Which, if you're doing the math, is for a little wooden car going down a ramp is about 26 miles an hour. It's you know, not fast, but definitely not, you know, for like a gravity fed like wooden car is absolutely screaming. Now the other thing I'm going to mess around with, because the regulations state you have to use their little plastic wheels they give you, but they never, at least as far as I'm aware, they've never been very specific on how you can modify the wheels. So next year I'm going to fart around with putting the wheels on a mill or on a lathe and milling the wheels down and getting like the perfect edge on them and whatnot, and like balancing them out, lightening their weight and stuff like that. This year I'm going all out. It's our last year doing it with this group. So like I want to leave. Like first year we came in like we went hard the first year. And we like just showed up and just like changed everyone's perspective on how things are done. And walked away with like, so the first year my son won an award for best design and for second fastest. Like, to get a gold medal in design and a silver medal in speed is, like, unheard of. So next year, we want to get the gold medal in speed. Oh. What? No, what if we didn't? Stop. What if we didn't? I'm going to go over here. See if that changed anything. Ah. Yeah, so all those hours, too, is why Sunday night we didn't stream, Bob. Because, like, literally Saturday night I had to rebuild the whole car. We got back, I think we got back here at, like, 9-ish o'clock. Because I took the kids out to eat and all that stuff. So, like, we got back here at 9. I started working on things, setting up my tools and all that stuff. Got settled in for the long haul. that's when I messaged you guys and was like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. And I worked on the car, I wanted to say to like 6 a.m. So like 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Took like a 2-hour nap. Then got up and did and prepped the wheels and did all that stuff. And once I had everything settled and situated, then we had to go to the race. The race was at 1 p.m. So, and then the kids had a lot of fun. They had a really good time, and I was kind of a grouch all weekend because of all the crap. So to kind of like, you know, cap the weekend off, we went out to eat at like a really nice burger joint, and which, I mean, my kids are like 9 and 5. What do they eat? Burgers. So we've got a really decent burger joint near us. It's not quite on like the level of Fuddruckers, but it's like a good second option. And there's a Fuddruckers around here anyway. But anyway, so when we got back at like 8:30 Sunday night, and I put the kids in bed, and I literally like fired up a video game on the PlayStation and sat there for like 2 minutes, and I was like, I'll lay down and play the video game, and then like closed my eyes, and I was like, oh no, I'm losing the battle with I'm losing the battle with my own consciousness. And I powered off the PlayStation mid-game. Like, I didn't even bother shutting it down. I just powered it off. And then laid on the floor and just passed out. And I was like, my final thought was, they're going to be pissed I didn't stream again. So, that's why stream didn't happen on Sunday. I was just literally lost the battle with... Should have taken one of my root pills. Didn't even think about it. But I didn't think I was that tired. It's like, you know, when it catches up with you, it catches up with you. And the worst part was I was so tired, I literally slept from whenever I passed out, like 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Probably closer to 9, honestly. I slept until 10 the next morning. I was so damn tired. Like, an indication of how tired I was. I fell asleep on the living room floor. Like, just... because I was playing a game on the PlayStation. Fell asleep on the living room floor. And didn't budge when everyone got up to, like, get ready for school. My wife got the kids ready for school. Like, around me, laying on the damn floor, sprawled out. Like, I could have been a corpse, and they're just walking over my body. Dad's dead again. What the hell? I remember, like, I woke up at 10, and I'm just, like, stretching, and I'm like, ah. And it's like that moment. You ever had that moment where you're like, oh, man, what time is it? You look out the window, you're like, the sun is up. Not, oh, the sun's out. No, the sun is up. The sun is in the sky by a significant margin. Like, if I pass out on the floor, and I've done it a couple of times, usually you wake up and like 2, 3 in the morning and go, okay, I'm going to go crawl into bed. No. I woke up, look out the window, and I'm like, the sun is in the sky. It is full-fledged daytime. What time is it? And I look at the clock, and it was like 10 a.m., and I'm like, oh, that's a decent chunk of the way into the day. John, I just finished my coffee. We're moving on to water for now. Good grief. Am I not running far enough? I should be running far enough, shouldn't I? This should be well more than 50 meters. Legitimately, for like a level 2 shiny donut. This is brutal. No, he's supposed to be darker than that. Complete insanity. So we did the math on this. It's about 15 seconds per run. Now, if I add in the time it would take to run over here, let's just say for the sake of argument 20 seconds. And that it might not even be that. We've officially been at this for, let's see, 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours in total. Hold on. Oop. Mary, how you doing? Hold on. We're gonna math this sucker out. So let's see. Oops. So 5.5 times 60. 330. Oh my god. And on average, let's say we get 3 runs a minute, including run overtime. So we are at... Oops. We are at 990 attempts, roughly. Give or take. We could just approximate it to be, we are at 1,000 attempts now. 1,000 resets. Or, well, yeah, for all intents and purposes. With a level 2 shiny shiny donut, I will add. Level 2 shiny donut, 1,000 attempts. Should I now, chat? You guys, let me know. Should I go back, do a backup save, and try to do a level 3 donut? I mean, because at this damn point... I could try to do a backup save. Do you guys think it'd be worth it? Level 3? Start this stupid process all over again? I'm going to run down the clock and then we'll do that. Theory. It's at a level 3 donut. The odds are 580 something to 1. Here the odds are 680 something to 1. It really doesn't change that much. But holy crap. Also, I wonder if I'm running far enough away. Yeah, I can math this out. Just got it. Hey, Kieran, what it is, man? Hold on. We gotta do Kieran's alert.
Man, I don't know what to think no more, man.
Okay, we'll see de-escalate. Nobody's messing with your head.
Get out of me,
Nobody's messing with your head.
Get out of me,
Let's just put, no, nobody's messing with your head, Dan.
Nobody's messing with me.
I like how you just got into Common Rider. That's awesome, though, man. Love Common Rider. Now, I will say I am far from the foremost, like, Common Rider stan. We did Spectre's Alert earlier, but we can do it again. Give me one sec here. I'm going to do one more reset on this stupid dog. Oh my gosh. This is so obnoxious. All right. I got 2 votes to go back and do a level 3. What do you guys think? Any shinies? None. Okay, no, take it back. I got a shiny Riolu, but the shiny swords are not showing up. Bob, take it easy, man. Appreciate you dropping in there. Oh, we'll get Spectre's Alert here.
I'm pregnant. You're the father. The baby is... spiders. Thousands of spiders.
This is the most lore-accurate Spectre ever. Spam season, dude. Oh my god. I laughed so hard at that, but they did not 1, not 2, but 3 Wallace and Gromit references. I was sold. Absolutely sold. I loved that. I was dying so hard. It was so. You want to get on my good side. Make a Wallace and Gromit or a Muppets reference. Yoko is sus. You'd really know if you were back when we were playing GGD and Among Us. Oh yeah, no, Yoko's mega sus. No one was more sus than Spectre, but Yoko's pretty damn sus. This is where I want somebody to play the Spectre. The Spectre's MLP in the vents. All right, chat.
Eat that ass. Get him. Get him. Lick the booty.
Wrong one. Wrong one. Just wrong one. Dude, Yoko was the worst, man. All right. Are we going to go try to make a level 3 sandwich? We're going back a week. A week. Yeah, I meant donut, yeah. Yeah, dude, when we played GGD and Among Us, everyone was gunning for me. So any one of those games, like, I was always the first person to, like, get unalived. Y'all were mean. Y'all were the worst. Shut up, Yoko. It doesn't... Look at the odds. It doesn't change the odds that much. Ugh. It's insulting my face, y'all. All right. Ooh, woo. All right, time to make the donuts. All right, here we go. Of course I did it. I'm an idiot. I don't have enough to do all that. Grass. Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna do a backup restart if I don't get it. Humongo power. Well, that's not gonna be enough. Yeah, I am very broke. Get it. I'm very broke. Hey, appreciate the likes, y'all. Appreciate the likes. Thank you so much. Come on, girl chomp. We're out of here. Ultraman is the reason anime exists. I don't think that's true at all. Rip Bob. Bob's gone. Bob went Betty bye. Time to make the donuts. Somewhere I've got my my anime encyclopedia. Ice. Ground. The genre that Ultraman started. Oh, what? The Sentai genre? Oh, shoot. There was a precursor to Ultraman. But Ultraman is kind of like the prototype. All right. I hate my brain because my brain will always immediately start singing the Ginyu Force theme. All right. Ah, crap baskets. Without Kamen Rider, Dragon Ball wouldn't have Red Ribbon Army. Pretty sure they'd still have Red Ribbon Army. I mean, I get what you're going for, but Red Ribbon Army traces its roots to several different things. This is obnoxious. I forgot to do the backup save again.
It's made out of fucking cookie.
Really?
Made out of fucking cookie.
Really?
Made out of fucking cookie.
That alert, man. That alert. Edging me with 999 likes. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I didn't even pay attention. I hate to admit it. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. 100%. Oh, there we go. There we go. It just went over. I am complete. Denji's Chainsaw Man form is basically Kamen Rider? More or less. Alright, come on. That's almost too powerful. I want to save that donut. Well. All right. It hurts me to do this because I feel like it's a waste of the donut. It is a level 3. Do we do an all types level 3 with an alpha power? I mean, my options are either use it or throw it away. Can we raid a random person? We can raid someone at the end of the stream. Oh. It's such a good donut, but it feels like such a waste to use it in this way. Well, we're stuck with it now. No. We need alpha. Thanks again for the 1,000 likes. You guys are awesome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right. Okay. I wonder if he's at the same place. All right. Good news is, with the alpha power added on there, there's a likelihood we might actually get a Shalfa out of this with something else, but who the heck knows? Definitely wouldn't be mad about a Shalfa Riolu or something. Alright. We need Yoko Power 10? I don't know about all that. Did the author of Yu-Gi-Oh! State that the monster designs were inspired by it? I have no idea. Probably, but I have no honest idea. Come on. I'm over here impatiently begging for a shiny in like the first run. Does feel like a little bit of a waste though to get it like right or to get it and not get like a shelf or something out of this. Yeah, I don't want to talk about my shiny luck. My shiny luck is awful. The worst part was when Yoko and I were doing the Scarlet and Violet shiny races, and I would get the first two immediately. Immediately. And then the third one just never showed. Or stupid Dynamax adventures where 100 runs in and not a single shiny. Still no shiny Carbink? Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's brutal. I don't what? I don't know what I don't do, but I don't do something. Power Rangers is 4Kids versus Super Sentai. You're not wrong. I have a shiny Carbink. I didn't get the one in Scarlet and Violet, but I have the old one. I think I do at least. Pretty sure I do. That is a shelf. Man, I can't afford to chase this shelf. I gotta go down. I need to do the hunt for shiny Snom. I really do. I want to get a curry snom is what I really want to get. But I haven't bothered doing that. It seems like the curry snom would take forever. Would be really cool to have, but you need to make evolution for snom. I couldn't agree more. Except snom is perfect as is. Actually, that snom plushie that SD got me sits on my pillow next to my plushie Palkia. And no, before anybody asks, I do not have the life-size Gardevoir. So I'm waiting for the life-size Vaporeon. What? No, nothing. I didn't say nothing. Snom is. Life-size Ditto? Who's to say I'm not a life-size Ditto? You know, if you think about it, peoples are just Mega Evolved Dittos. Just saying. Fight me. Prove me wrong. Worst part is you can't. Muse an alien space cat native to Earth. Saying Mew is like related to Deoxys. First of all, rude Ditto. Rude. It's like Wonder Ditto powers activate. Form of a fossil. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, the shelf is gone. Ooh. Do I have a sponsor? I do. Both for the channel and AA. Actually, that's true. That's not true. I don't have an AA sponsor because AA is for quitters. What is it? You legit don't know? Rom Roast by Rue. Yes, I have a coffee sponsor, and it is awesome. Yes. Best sponsorship ever. That's why we drink coffee every stream. In fact, I'm about to do a new ad for them. Oh yeah, I'm not getting rid of my coffee sponsor. Come on. I fought for years to get a coffee sponsor. I mean, they do a number of other things. It's not just coffee. But their coffee is my favorite. I hear an alpha up there. Oh, there's like a lot of alphas up here. Holy crap. A Father's Day discount? Maybe on milk. They should do that. They should do a Father's Day. Like every grocery store chain should do a Father's Day discount on milk and cigarettes. I mean, be said it would be like. I'm sure the first chain to do it would be, I mean, critically panned. But there's enough people with dark senses of humor out there in the world to be like, self-included. There's a lot of angry aggron noises going on up there. That's like, it reminds me of my absolute all-time favorite advertising campaign for Outpost.com. A company that eventually was forced to change its name to Fry's. They were called Fry's Outpost. They, the 99, late 90s, they during the .com boom, they changed their name to Outpost.com. And they made this series of commercials that were like the most absolutely insane, unhinged, like off the wall commercials you've ever seen. I mean, they're up there. Period. End of discussion. My favorite. And then they had the gall to take these completely insane commercials and like play them during the Super Bowl, knowing people are going to react poorly to it. And, oh, go away. So, like, one of the commercials, like, most people's favorite of the three commercials they produced for the Super Bowl is they have a cannon and they load a gerbil into it. Now, obviously, it's a live gerbil going into a fake cannon. And then they fire the cannon, and this little ball of fluff comes out, and they have a wall that says Outpost.com, and they're trying to shoot the gerbil through the O in the Outpost. And, of course, the little ball of, like, random fluff will hit the wall and make this horrible thud sound. And then they have, like, a B-roll of the gerbil, like, crawling away. And they're like, better luck next time. And it's, like, 5 or 6 shots over and over again in the course of this like 30-second ad. It is hilarious. And I mean, it's very obviously not real, but people got so mad. People were furious about this ad. And it was such a wild like outcry of rage that they changed the name from Outpost.com back to Fry's. My favorite of their commercials. Now, this was shortly after like I was in high school and I was always in marching band. Gibble, exactly. And they were like, dude's like sitting in a leather easy chair, and he's like, to commemorate the opening of our new website, Outpost.com, we had a local high school marching band spell our name on their football field. And it's like they have the marching band out there playing, and he's like, and to make it just that much better, we released a pack of ravenous wolves. And he opened up a container, and like these wolves come rushing out. And I'm not even joking. Like the wolves are attacking like this marching band. Now, obviously, it's it's all trained dogs and whatever, but like it looks legit. It's wonderful. And he just looks at the camera and he's like, that's good stuff. And that's where the commercial ends. And they have a little tagline at the end. It's like, to file a complaint, go to outpost.com and fill out this complaint form. And people did it. And they had so much traffic. Lag? Sorry. Just the best commercials of all time. To this day, I have never, ever seen a better advertising campaign. And I've seen some good ones. I know we changed donuts. I know I need to be. Just watch them both hilarious. Yes! Oh, yeah, 1,000%. I'll pull up the ads and play them tomorrow. I wouldn't play them on tonight, but I can definitely play them tomorrow. Oh, my God. They are so funny. I mean, and the gall to, like, play those. Later, Yoko. Have a great night. Appreciate you dropping in, Mike. The gall to play those. By the way, Yoko, before you go to bed, I know you and John normally do your thing on Wednesday. Would you guys be down to do some Bug Killer tomorrow instead? Maybe change it up a little bit? If not, that's cool too. Just throwing it out there as an idea. My thumb is actually like getting sore from rolling it all over the controller. Got Raft tomorrow. Bug Killer isn't good for the channel. Fair. You know what? That's fair. If it don't work for you, it don't work for you, man. Have a good one. Appreciate you dropping in. That's one thing I do need to do. I need to get back to doing my daytime streams. I miss doing that. Play my sound clip, but it isn't. Yeah. We've had a few of them tonight that aren't terribly appropriate, but appreciate it, Yoko. Have a good one, Mike. Appreciate you dropping in. What I need to do is I need to sit down and count the steps and make sure I'm actually going 50 meters away. I should be, but I'm worried that I'm not. genuinely concerned that I'm not going far enough away. All right. Come on, shiny. So we are well in excess of 1,000 resets. And that was with the level 2 donut. Let's see how long it takes the level 3 donut. Yoko said he got it within 30 minutes, but I don't even know. No, don't do that. Come on. $1,700. This is what's frustrating. Like, we have a level 3 shiny donut. Almost said sandwich again. And nothing shiny. Like, we're not getting Riolu Lucario. None of them. Like, genuinely just kind of weird. I love what now? Whatever it is I supposedly love, I'm going to deny the heck out of it. Oh, go away. Oh, run back over here one more time. Marshall, how you doing? Always with the compliments, and thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. The one person that comes in here and actually compliments me. Everybody else comes in here and wants to start a battle. Here's a superpower to have, stealing luck from... First of all, Kiram. All right. Yeah, same to you. Man, shiny level 3 donut. If we don't nail this, I'm going to be upset. Marshall, thanks again for all the likes. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. You darn right, Kiram. Hashtag rude. I am evil. You're actually pretty accurate on that one. I am pretty evil. What did I hear? Heard somebody yelling. Okay. When is raid time? When I end the stream, which I won't lie, I'm starting to get worn out a bit, but I'm going to go a little longer. I am, however, going to take a quick bio break after the after this attempt. $1,900. We'll get down to 1,000. We were over 1,000 attempts with the because he's in the shade. His color always, like, when he's facing forward, for some reason his color looks like his shiny colors. All right. 1,400. It is shiny? No, it's not. It is not shiny. Wish it were. 50 more times. We shall see. All right. I do apologize, y'all. I got to take a quick bio break. That was a good amount of coffee and water. So give me like 3 minutes. I will be right back. Appreciate you guys, and we'll give this another few tries. So far, well over 1,000 attempts. Well over 1,000 attempts with a level 2 sandwich. So we're making a level 3 sandwich. We'll give it a try. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me just a minute. Man, it is like, I'm not even joking. I left this room. The next room over is like 20 degrees colder. Hopefully you guys are nice to cheer, Sama. All right. Yeah, like, I've got a little space heater in my office here because the central heating doesn't work in the basement. And I don't really feel like fixing it. Mess is expensive. So I use a little, like, electric space heater. And because of that, this room that I'm in is a completely different temperature and climate from every other room in the basement. So, that is a whole thing. I'll take me a little nibble of my granola bar here, guys. I'm a bit peckish. My defense is also 1:30 in the morning, and dinner was 7.5 hours ago, so you know. Granted, a reasonable person would just go to sleep, but I'm not a reasonable person. What else do I nibble? You don't want to know. I am known around these parts as the nibbler. You would think that with a level 3 donut, by this point, I would have seen a shiny Riolu / Lucario, heard like one of the Aggron levels upstairs, or seen this stupid legendary. But nah. Of course not. Whew, I don't know if it's the if it's still the chill from walking into the next room, or if the temperatures dropped that much, but the heater feels like it's not doing as much good anymore. Feels like the temperature in here is starting to drop off. Biscoff ice cream? Yes. I made homemade Biscoff ice cream a while back. Used actual cookies and Biscoff spread and mixed it into some just regular vanilla ice cream, and oh my gosh, it was so good. One of these days, I'm going to make something with both Biscoff spread and crackling oat bran. And if you don't understand that reference, you 100% should. Need to educate yourself. Go look up OMG crackling oat bran. You're welcome. I do like black licorice. Black licorice is yummy. You slandering black licorice over here? Oh, come on. It looks shiny again. Stupid. Dumb. I love pineapple on pizza. Don't knock it till you tried it. Look. You ready for this? Were you ready? Is your mind prepared? I shared a picture a while back of the chili that I made. SD sent me 30 some Carolina Reaper peppers. I made chili with no joke 30 something. I still don't know the exact number because I didn't count them all. Carolina Reapers. Put them in a pot. Pound of ground beef, pound of ground lamb, and a pound of bacon. Cubed bacon, or I say cubed, but cut into like 1-inch sections. And then what I do my beans. You ready for this? Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Good chili hurts twice. Are you ready for this? This is the part that messes most people up. I like beans in my chili, but I have had lifelong carnivores rave about the beans in my chili because I take a little bit of the bacon grease, because I always cook the bacon beforehand, so I have a little bit of the grease. Take a little bit of bacon grease, and half a cup of Dr. Pepper, cup and a half of water. Okay, half a cup of Dr. Pepper, cup and a half of water, and a little bit of bacon grease, and I soak dried beans overnight. Sounds insane. Tastes amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now the beans actually work pretty well to mild the heat out a little bit because of all the sugar content, but so good. Funny enough, the batch that I made with the 23 or 2330 somehow, whatever it was, whatever number it was like, I want to say it was like 30 some odd Carolina Reapers. No, an absurd number of Carolina Reapers. That was not the hottest I've ever made. Why Dr. Pepper? 2 reasons. Number 1, my wife loves Dr. Pepper. Number 2, there's something about the spices in Dr. Pepper that lend themselves really well to that flavor. But also the acidity from soda. You could do it with Coke, but Coke's not as... Coke is too overpowering, in my opinion. The acidity in Dr. Pepper helps the beans absorb some of the bacon grease. The beans actually taste like... almost like candied bacon. It's weird, but trust me, it's phenomenal. How am I a monster? It's really good. It's really... Don't knock it till you tried it. It's really good. All right, so you ready? You ready? You ready for a mental? I don't know, a mental thing. All right, ready? if you take a pizza and you stack it on another pizza, you have 2 pizzas. I hate ranch. Hate ranch. I'll explain in a minute. But if you take a lasagna and you stack it on another lasagna, you still only have 1 lasagna. Just saying. All right, so here's my problem with ranch. Do you know what ranch is? Ranch is literally all the stuff that you would normally put on a baked potato. It is sour cream. It is chives. A little bit of butter. Like, it's... If I want all that crap, I'm just going to do it separately. Ranch dressing just kind of, like, muddles all those really phenomenal flavors. Not a fan. And especially not on pizza. Oh my god. Would you put sour cream on pizza? If you wouldn't put sour cream on pizza, don't put it on your damn... don't put ranch on your damn pizza. It's the same shit. What's first, milk or cereal? Cereal, then milk. You know Yoko does this milk first and then it's cereal? Yoko admitted to this. Y'all call me a monster. Yoko's a straight villain. He's just straight up got super villain vibes. I'm more of a villain? How so? I do my cereal in the right order. I want all the smoke. I do, but not the way you think. Man, that's my shit. That's what I'm gonna do before bed tonight. I'm gonna smoke me a good cocktail. Oh my god, my father-in-law got me. I hate ranch. Ranch is disgusting. If I'm gonna have any of that stuff, I'm gonna have the actual flavors, not just like a muddled, like processed variant of it. I like the flavors. I don't like it just mashed up and processed. It tastes like chemicals. Yes, this is one situation where we're going to be like, "Ugh, the chemicals." Because it tastes like chemicals. It tastes like a chemistry experiment. I like sour cream. I like chives. I like butter. I like all the things that are in sour cream or in ranch dressing. I don't like ranch dressing because it tastes. Do I like milk? I love milk. Who doesn't love milk? Dude, lactose intolerant people love milk. Everyone loves milk. In a smoking jacket? No, I'm just in a regular ass bathrobe tonight. I need to get a smoking jacket, but I've had other priorities. Do you like steak? I love steak. You ready for how I... All right, so you ready? You ready? You ready? Proof I'm not a monster. I know how to order a steak. I have been to restaurants with people that order their steak well done and then eat it with ketchup. Those people need to go to jail. I've got a spot I go to that they always nail my steak. But the waiter asks you, how would you like your steak? Repeat after me. Just threaten the cow with a lighter. No, why? Why? I wouldn't even put it on the potato. No. You've ruined the flavor of the steak. No. Threaten the cow with a lighter. Anything that is overcooked. When my steak comes to me, I don't want much between the plate and the move. When I bite into that sucker, I want it to struggle. They'll be like, would you like some steak sauce and some sauteed mushrooms? No. What I want is a slab of formerly mooing cow. Or in some cases, bison. I love me a good bison steak. Like, these are the things I want. Why would I want something on there to muddle the flavors? No, no, no. Bring me... Do I like cane sauce? Of all the places that make that same type of sauce, Zaxby's does it the best. Pittsburgh style? Pittsburgh style's interesting. I like Pittsburgh style. I just like a really rare steak. Now, I've only been to one Raising Cane's. It's a more recently opened one. Hot take, I kind of enjoyed their chicken. I didn't think their chicken was that bad. I hear people trash talk the chicken. I enjoyed it. Oxen steak. Never had oxen steak, I hate to admit. I had oxtail. Go for it. Feel like I'd like to report a crime. I've had oxtail, I've had ox tongue, I've never had a steak. But I would definitely give it a try. I'm going to try moose. I can't imagine moose would be very good. I've had venison a lot, obviously, in the area I live. You get tons of it. Love me some venison. What are you talking about? God, I'd make a reference right now, but no one would get it. Listen. Say it. Oh, man. Let me make sure I don't butcher the line. Hold on. I'll probably butcher the line if I don't. God, it's such a. Anyway, screw it. I'll just do my best to paraphrase it. But with a colon as healthy as mine, well, I presume I shall live forever. I don't eat McDonald's French fries. No. I don't eat McDonald's if I can help it. What? Yeah, McDonald's is disgusting. Fun fact. There was a point in my life where I was pretty down and out. Had the worst job I've ever had. It was a really, really bad job. Wasn't paid worth a damn. Was treated really poorly. And I used to eat McDonald's all the time because, dollar menu. And I went over there one time, ordered a, what do they call that? The double cheeseburger thing. Whatever. And neither one of the patties were even cooked. Kieran, they don't get that reference. Don't get me started on Thousand Island dressing. You do know what Thousand Island dressing is, right? Please tell me you know what Thousand Island dressing is. And the worst part is it's basically the same thing as cane sauce. They're all made of very similar stuff. No, neither one of the patties were cooked in my burger. It was like raw meat. And I said, bet. I bit into it. I took a picture of it. I prepared everything. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get sick as a dog, and I'm going to make out like a bandit. And I never got sick. I ate a raw McDonald's hamburger, and I never got sick. Can we see it? Oh, it was years ago. I had the picture somewhere, but it was disgusting. Strangely, it didn't taste any different uncooked. It tasted the same, like grease and depression. I'll have to go look through my old phone because this is a long damn time ago. This was like, God, probably like 20 years ago. Yeah, at least 20 years ago. Because 10 years ago, I quit my job at HP. I raw dogged that mess. Yeah. You know. Do I like BK? Only slightly more than McDonald's. You know what? You know, I eat at Burger King when I'm on like road trips, and it's usually when they have like the red bun on something. I love the red bun. It's actually a potato bun, and it's really yummy. Their meat is trash. And yes, I am aware that the grill marks and all that are fake, and that it's like a flavor additive that they put on there. I get it. I understand. But, yeah, it's... Okay, you ready for this? You ready? You ready? This is the true test. If I'm going to go out for fast food, I'm going to Arby's. Fight me. That's how I roll. I am an Arby's fan. Burger King is only one step north of McDonald's. They're both trash. But you got to remember, I got kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. They don't eat places that have good food. If I take them to a decent restaurant, they're going to sit there and pick at their like $15 meal. And they won't eat at like any of the fast food restaurants that I would actually eat at. Oh, dude, I love Culver's. I will go to Culver's all day. I don't know if I consider Culver's fast food, though. I mean, it's like, I guess it is. Love me some Culver's. Oh, my God. Have you had their pretzel bites? I mean, the wife will get their cheese curds, and I get the pretzel bites, and we split them. Oh, my God. Absolutely love Culver's. I'm also I'm rather partial to Zaxby's. Oh my God, I'm gonna date the crap out of myself here. Fudd is not fast food. Fudd is the opposite of fast food. I love Fuddruckers, but all the Fuddruckers near me closed down, which mega sucks. There's another place that's similar-ish to Culver's called Freddy's. It's okay. It's not the same, but it's like close to darn enough. It's like Culver's is like fast food Fuddruckers. Then Freddy's is like cheeseburger Bobbies. Like a cheap imitation, but in a pinch it'll do. I am probably naming some spots that nobody else has. Like, these are some niche places. Next convention should... Well, Collecticon is next month. I don't know if I really count that. PokeCon in March. Then I think MomoCon after that. Oh, no. DreamHack this year is the weekend before MomoCon. So, Collecticon next month, and then PokeCon, Atlanta, and then DreamHack and MomoCon. I'm really sad. I wanted to go to Yamacon last year, and I couldn't put the trip together. I really hope this year I can make the trip happen. Especially considering my other big event in Sevierville is now that's no more. Just raid so I won't go crazy. I'm going to do one more run here. It is already 2 in the morning. So I'm going to do one more run, and then I'm going to call it. And I will raid. It'll be interesting too because this year I think I have to double check. I think Anime Weekend Atlanta is the week before Thanksgiving, I believe. What is no more? Slammed Enough Gatlinburg. It's a car show because I do a lot of car shows too. You can look it up online. Last year was tragic. The city came in and said, "Nah, we're through with this crap." When the city goes into your event and is like, "Yeah, no, we're shutting this down," you done messed up. And it's really sad. I enjoyed Slammed Enough. I mean, in fairness, I go to Gatlinburg like 8 times a year at this point. What happened to it? Basically, people just don't know how to act. So it's a car show, but it's for like it's for cars that are like really like. When they say slammed enough, they basically like it's like they're like lowered to the ground. Like most of these cars are just kind of show cars and stuff like that. And the last few years, because it got popular, a bunch of people came out and started a bunch of drama. This year, they basically tore the whole city up. They started at one gas station. They just destroyed the whole gas station. The police got called. A bunch of people got arrested. People were like, so like the road that goes through the main city is like a 30 to 45 mile an hour speed limit, depending on where you're at. And people were like racing on the little road, like where there's all these families and stuff around. Like it's like the most like tourist trappy area out there. Yeah, it was not a good look. And the city was like, "Nah, you're done." And they told the event organizers like, "We're not doing this again. You're through." So, yeah, it was bad. It's sad because I really liked that event. The event organizers were really cool. A lot of people that went there were really cool. It was just, a few bad apples, and then they invite more bad apples, and they invite more bad apples, and before long, it's just an overwhelming number of idiots. And unfortunately, the idiots overran the people with common sense. All right. Son of a diddly. All right. Well, sadly, it didn't work out tonight either. I'm gonna try to do some off stream, so we're not doing this again on Thursday. I'm so sick of this. Oh, it's so annoying. It is really, truly obnoxious. But we'll do for those of you that are over on Twitch, we'll do a raid here in just a second. But for those of you on YouTube and TikTok, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Always really good times. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the new follows as well. Just always a fantastic time. But we shall be back with more Pokemon on Thursday. Hopefully this is over with, and we can move on to doing something else. Because I need to get Latias. I need to get the other swords. This guy's just being a pain. But have a wonderful evening, y'all. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys again here soon. And for those of you on YouTube, we shall, for those of you on TikTok,